Good morning, Raju ji.
Good morning, Usha.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alka. Good morning, Ravinder,
Good morning.
Laila. Morning,
Good
Raviji.
morning, Raju.
Morning, everybody. Very good morning to all on this beautiful Tuesday morning at Get Set Up. Really
Very good
appreciate
morning.
it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Laila ji.
बहुत पढ़ाई चल रही है
Good
आजकल।
morning.
मॉर्निंग विभूति जी, कैसे हैं आप?
एकदम बढ़िया सर, एकदम बढ़िया।
बिल्कुल बढ़िया ही रहना चाहिए, सबको बढ़िया रहना चाहिए, मस्त रहना चाहिए, खुश रहना चाहिए। Morning, Ruth. Good to see you on this session, and a very warm welcome to Get Set Up, this excellent platform for seniors, by seniors, all learning, exploring new things, and networking also. Networking with each other right across.
आज हम
And
अपने गार्डन में बैठे हैं।
of course,
रामगिरी गार्डन में।
today's session, what we will be doing is we will be exploring the Google Drive as such. Okay. And in the Google Drive, of course, certain functions, it's an endless list of functions there, but just a few functions is what we will be, focusing on. And the session will be mostly live in the sense that I will be doing it from. I'll be conducting the session from from my computer itself, and of course a few slides just to show you, as to for those who are new to the things, new to Google Drive. Just a few slides, and although I have a complete presentation on that, but I will just be referring to a few slides, and then moving over straight into the drive itself, and working on the things from there itself. Without much delay, I think most of the members have joined in. If not, they can just follow on at when we start the sessions. Welcome, Maya. Good to see you, Martin, Nikhil, Sheila, everybody, Usha. A warm welcome to everybody. Sumita ji, good to see you.
Morning, sir.
Morning. What? Thank you. Morning, Martin. I really appreciate your message. Of course, everybody, most of us will be on mute. You can unmute yourself and ask me questions as and when the sessions progress itself. Okay. So just to sharing my screen, just to give you a brief on on what we will be covering. When we say collaborating place in the clouds, one of the first things is that Google Drive is, although you're accessing it from your system or from your device, but it is not on your device. It's on a third-party device. When I say device, means machine. Okay, a machine could be either a computer or or a handheld device. But in the case of Google Drive, it is not although we are accessing it from our system. The thing is, it is not on our system. There are ways by which we can access it from our system. It is actually on the work that you do, or all the files that are there on the drive are on third-party servers or third-party machines. Just take it, look at it that way. That's why we call it cloud, because it's not on your system; it's on the clouds itself. Just a small clarification there, that if you think that Google Drive is on my system, it is not on your system. It is at a third-party device there. Of course, what we will be doing is how to get the drive. And of course, introduction to Docs. Google Docs is for those who are using Microsoft Office. Google Docs is equivalent to Microsoft Word. Okay, they are completely compatible. I will show you the demo. We will go through the details during the demo itself. Google Sheets is equivalent to Microsoft Excel. Okay, what you do in Excel, you can do on Google Sheets. Google Slides is, equivalent to Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, they are all compatible in the sense that if you work on Sheets, you can save them on, as Microsoft Excel. And at the same time, if you're working in Microsoft Excel, you can save it as Google Sheets there. They are completely compatible with each other. It's just that since these are two different companies, Microsoft is a different company, Google is a different company. That's why they have different names as such. But compatibility wise, they are the same. Besides that, since it's a cloud service, one of the best, one of the basic advantages that we get is sharing our work with others. Otherwise, if you're not working on the drive and if you wish to share a document with somebody, what we do is we attach it to a mail and then we send it off. I mean, either to a mail or to a WhatsApp, any of the messaging services which allow larger documents to be shared, to be transferred. I mean, we transfer the document. Okay, that's the actual word that is used, that we transfer the document from our machine to the other person's machine there. But when you're using Google Drive, you don't transfer anything. What you do is, since it's in the cloud services, you give access to the other person to work on that document. So if you create one document, there are multiple users. If you allow multiple users, they can, depending on the permissions that you give, they can also simultaneously, as well as individually, work on the documents. And while working on the documents, what they can do is they can, add comments there, or at the same time, when they're adding comments there, you can view the comments and take action accordingly. Okay, so these are some of the things that we will be exploring today. And of course, now not going into this slide, right from now itself, I will start sharing, as to how to access the drive. I understand that, to access the Google Drive, one of the things is that you need to have a Google, either a Google account or a Gmail ID. Now, when you have a Google email ID, you get access the apps that are there. They give you, within the apps, you get the Drive app also. Okay. And anybody not having a Google, a Gmail ID or a Google account, you can unmute yourself and let me know anybody not having a Google account or a Gmail ID. Okay, I understand that most of us in the family, all of us have a Gmail ID. The best place, if you have a Gmail ID, one of the easiest ways by which you access the Google Drive is from your Gmail ID itself. If you are using the Chrome browser and you have synchronized it, you can access it from the browser itself. What I will be doing, I will be accessing the drive from my Gmail ID. So those of you who wish to, follow simultaneously, if you are on a computer, you can do that side by side also. Now, for me, for me, I use the Chrome browser. So right from the browser itself, if you're using the Chrome browser and it is synchronized, these 9 dots that are there on the right-hand side of my screen, okay? When I say right or left hand, just please refer to my screen, okay? It may be different, as to how it's being shown on your screen. So in the share screen option, you please refer to my screen when I say right-hand side. On the right-hand side, I place my, when I place the cursor over these 9 dots that are there, it's Google Apps, as you can see, it's Google Apps. I tap on them, and from here, from the first window itself, the drop down that comes down, this triangular thing, this is Google Drive. I can access it from here itself. If you are using a Chrome browser, and it is synchronized, you can do it from here also. Just click, just hit, the 9 dots. This drop down comes down, slide a bit, and you will get to Google Drive, this triangular thing. They say Drive. This is Google Drive. Okay. For those who do not use the Chrome browser or it is not synchronized, hit the Gmail, open the Gmail. In my case, since I have synchronized everything, literally I can access it from anywhere. When you are onto your Gmail, the inbox, as we call it, or within Gmail itself, again you get these 9 dots. Okay. Now these are Google Apps, as we see. These are Google Apps. We just tap on them. And that same window, which came down when it was when we accessed this through the browser, that same window has come. The drive is here. I hit on, Drive, and when I hit on Drive, it takes me to the drive itself. Now this is the drive for this particular email ID. Okay. Or this email account. If you have multiple accounts, you have to change. If you have multiple email IDs, what you need to do is to access the particular drive of that email ID, you need to change the account. Now, for this particular account, in order to know which account you are accessing, if you have placed your profile picture, it's good. If you've not placed a profile picture, on the right-hand side corner of my screen, where this Diya is there, the image of the Diya is there. That is the Google account, and it will tell you the Gmail ID. If you have multiple IDs and they are synchronized, if you tap on that, it will give me other, email IDs that I have here. Currently, I'm using another email ID, so it is here. If I want to use this email ID, access the drive of this email ID, I have to change the account from here. So this is, an important kind of a tip, especially for those who have multiple email IDs. And they use them pretty frequently. So what we need to do is literally go on to the account and change its settings itself. Now, once we are within the drive itself, that was accessing, and then the introduction as to how you access the drive. The second thing that, once you're in there, of course, now where do you get, the docs, the sheets, and so on, so forth. Now, if you see here, on the right-hand side of my screen, okay, there are there is somebody, there's a question. Okay. Morning, Vasanta. Very good morning to you. Really good. It feels good to see you in all my sessions. Really appreciate you taking your time. Now, when when I'm on the right-hand side, if you refer to the right-hand side of my screen, okay, it's there right on top is Drive, and that's where we are. And below that is the plus new, okay. What we do is we tap on plus new, and when we tap on plus new, in the first session that was there, I covered file upload and folder uploads and organizing. Now we will be covering, the remaining portions. When you see in the second half, when you visualize the second half of the dropdown, you will see Google Docs. Now, Google Docs, like I explained, is compatible to Microsoft Word. We see Google Sheets. Google Sheets is compatible to Microsoft Excel. We see Google Slides. Now, Google Slides is equivalent to Microsoft PowerPoint. Google Forms is, again, it is compatible with Microsoft also has Forms. We did that yesterday in the Microsoft account. It has Google Forms. That has Microsoft Forms. Now this is Forms. There are more options that you get here, but of course we are not going into these options here. This session is limited to Docs, Sheets, and Slides. Now, from the docs itself, you would, it would be, for those especially who use or wish to, follow these in detail, you have two options. You see this arrow that is there, which is coming out, moving. It shows that, the arrow is, there is an arrow and it's coming out. Go take your cursor to that, and it gives you two options, whether you need a blank document or there are fixed templates also. Now, we will start from a fixed template, because even in that tab, from that tab, you can open a blank document itself. So, and if you're opening, if you want to make a quick, thing that you want to open a blank document, just hit on Google Docs, a blank document will open. Now what I do, I go into from a template, because that will give you an idea of the kind of templates which are predefined and, built into the system. So I go into, from template, and it gives me, these many templates are there. Okay. I can, depending on the kind of document that you're making, of course, the first one is, blank. I can hit on this. Later on, I will be hitting on this blank document and continuing from there. Other than that, like you see, if you see below, it says, it says that report, letter, resume, project proposal, resume, a different format of resume. And it goes on to further details, like if your resume is more like if you want to make it like a CV, then, there are formats here. You can literally browse through these, these templates and pick on any template. Now, for example, okay, let us, just for the sake of working as an example, I hit on business letter, which says business letter geometric. I tap on that, and the document will open. It is the business document, and this is a pre-fed format here. Okay, what you could do is just edit it. It gives you a kind of a template that this is how a letter, a business letter should look like, especially as far as placing the addresses are concerned, the date is concerned, and your address is concerned, the recipient's address, as well as it gives the para to a slight extent, the closing line also, and where to place your signature. Now, these are editable. What we could do is, if I wish, I just right here, get set up ink. Okay. And, I delete this. I go on to, the address part. Of course, it is in the, in somewhere in San Francisco. And of course, I put my ID in, I put my address in, I put my ID. Okay, just for demo purposes, I put it as the alternate email ID. So now what happens here is when you are, when you pick on these templates, you do not, literally, you do not have to, what we call it, format the letter. Most of the formatting is in there itself. For example, placing it and so on, so forth. So the idea is, that is the idea of templates itself. So you can use these templates right from here. And one of the things when working in a drive is when we are working on a device, we have to, although autosave, even if you have enabled autosave, you have to continuously keep on doing the Control S or the, keep on pressing the save option. Not so in the drive, because it is saved every couple of seconds. I would say at times at milliseconds. So I will now, close this particular document, and let's start from a blank document itself. And go over the rest of the things. This was just a demo that a template eases the it kind of reduces the formatting options, or the placement options, and so on and so forth. And the style, the design is there. Okay, so I close this and come back to, again, new. I go into documents, and from documents, I open, a blank document. And when I open a blank document, this is the screen that you will get on your system. Okay. Google Drive is also accessible from the handheld device. You can access it from there also. I'm doing the demo from the computer because because of the larger screen area, and it's easier to follow the functions on a larger screen area. Now it's very similar. As soon as this you open a document, just use your keyboard and start typing. And if you see, as I type, if you just have a look at the top end, at the top left side end of my screen, it says untitled document. I can rename it from here. I hit the rename. I just tap on that rename, and I get the option. I name it as, okay, sorry about that. Google Drive demo. And the second that it shows you is the location as to where it is being saved. Now, this file is being saved in my drive. Okay. I just press the tab button to come out from there. The file name has changed, and it is there, in the drive itself. If I want to move this file to a specific folder, the second option, the third, what you're seeing from here, I'll just move the cursor away, so that you can, below the cursor, if you see it's written move, you wouldn't be able to read that clearly. But if you're following it on your screen, you'll see it's move. I want to move this to a particular folder. I tap here, and it gives me, all the folders that are there in my drive. Okay. It shows me all the folders there. If I wish to create a new folder, I just tap on, this plus new folder here, this sign that has come here. I hit that, and it tells me, untitled folder. I just write again, Google Drive demo. Okay. And after naming, the folder, I click on this, this blue tick that's there, and the folder is created. The file is still not here, so I still have to move it. I just tap on move here, and when I do move here, it will tell me that the Google Drive demo has been moved from my drive to Google Drive demo. Okay, if I wish to undo it, I can undo it from here. I don't want to, I just dismiss this tab, it goes off. Now
how does one move? Hello. I'm
yes.
Ravinder here. How does one
Yes,
move from
Ravinderji.
Google? Suppose you want to move a file from Google Drive to your computer.
Yes.
How do you do that?
If you have to download it onto your computer, there are various ways in which you can do that. I will show that to you. I'll do that for you during the course. Let me continue, and I will show that to you.
Okay.
Now, that was about, creating the file and, moving it to a particular location itself. The other thing, that I wanted to show you, that from this, this cloud-like thing that is there, each time that you start working on the document itself, it will start saving the file. So now just watch this, this cloud-like thing while I am, how to my mobile from my drive. Okay, Anita, I'll let you know that. That's an interesting question. Just allow me to proceed, please. Okay, so what I do is I'm writing, okay, demo on, and as I write, it moves into saving. Demo on date March. Demo on date March. Now it is saved. So the idea was not to literally, you do not need to do that Control S every time. Yes, Ernie, you wanted to say something? You have raised your hand. Okay. Well, so that is what
no saving is required.
No, you don't need to do a Control S all the time. It is saved every time you do something on the document. It is saved automatically.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So now, of course, this was the thing from the save. Now all the options that are there in Word are here. Okay. File, edit, view, insert, format, tools, add-ons, everything is here. Let's go into file. Okay. Now, Ravinderji, one of the things that you were saying, how to download the file. Just just hit the file option, and you will get all these, this drop down. Okay. From this drop down itself, you hit on download. Okay. And whether you want to download it in Microsoft Word, this is again one of the features that we all should be aware of, because from the drive, you can create PDF documents straight off. We normally look for a PDF converter, or we get that PDF thing. We download it, upload it to one of those online converters. The thing is, when you download, you can download it straight as Microsoft Word document. You can download it as various other documents also. You can download it as a PDF document. And of course, the web page and all, because there is coding also, the other options that are there are for coding also. So what you can do is you can literally download it in whichever way that you wish to download it. Okay. So this is from where you, if you need, if there is a document which you wish to, view offline, as we call it. Now, this is online viewing. We are working online. When you work on the drive, you're working online. So if you want to work offline, what we do is we download it from here. Besides that, what we can do from the file itself, I'm just doing some of the things that I wish, that we all should be aware of, just sharing those points. Okay. Now, if we scroll further down, we go into languages. Okay. From languages itself, it gives a host of, functions, a host of languages. Don't go by searching for Hindi or Marathi from the alphabet. Go by script. Okay. Now, as it progresses, it goes on to, Nepali, Marathi, Hindi, Bangla, Punjabi, Gujarati, and then there are southern dialects. I'm afraid I do not, I'm not aware of their script. But there are certain languages also. So if you really want to work on any, on a document in say Hindi, I just put it as Hindi, and let me again do it the proper way. Language selection. I go on to Hindi, and of course, the keyboard also needs, to be set to that. And once your keyboard is set, you can you can do your typing in Hindi itself. The other thing that is there, one of the things that is there, of course, you can delete the document from here. You can rename it. And if there have been, if you wish to email it, you can email the file directly from the drive. It's not that you download, then attach it. You can hit the email thing directly from here. And if you are collaborating, you can email collaborators. We will get into that. Version history is again, since it's the, you can, there are many revisions. When you collaborate, there are many revisions. If you want to save the versions, you can, literally rename the file, save it. And at the same time, if you wish to see the version history, you can see the version history also. Of course, move, if you need to move it out, that's a different thing. Print is...
Rajuji?
Hanji?
Raju, two questions pertaining to what you already taught. One was, first was, when you save it in a Word document,
yes.
Or where does it go, on the desktop, or where does it go actually?
It goes on, when you're downloading it, the first place that it will download is the downloads folder. Now, I will do a demo of that. I save it as Microsoft Word document.
Yes.
I hit that, and it goes on. If you see at the bottom of my screen, it is I am not. It is already there, and what I do, it has already downloaded. So what, in case you wish to know where it is, just hit on, instead of hitting open, hit on show in folder. Okay. And it will, it will show. Now it has literally downloaded this in my downloads folder. And this is the file. Okay. I will increase the
I don't know where's the download folder, sir, in my MS Word.
Sorry?
I don't know where's the download folder. Downloads.
No, you don't, what you need to do is when you download the file, okay?
Yeah.
Now, this file itself, you don't need to, when I download it, okay, I will download it once again.
Yes.
And just to give now it saves a copy. It has downloaded another copy. I open the, from the bar itself, I click on the, I click on the arrow, the upward arrow, and it gives me three options: open, always open files of this type, or show in folder. So you click on show in folder, and when you click on show in folder, the window that opens up, if you follow the file path, it will start with my computer, Windows, and then it will continue something. Now that is your downloads folder.
Okay. Thank you. And second question was, can we put an attachment? So I like this idea that you have a template and you put your resume. Supposing you want to add an attachment, is it possible here itself?
You can, you can edit the file. Editing the file is not a challenge. But I mean, when you're saying that you need to put an attachment, attachment would be with the mail itself. I mean, you would be attaching it to a mail or something of that sort. So
the mail, I'm asking you to the mail. Supposing I've made a document on Google Drive.
Yes.
I have made the document. Now it's ready, my letter. Can I add an attachment and email it directly? Is there an option?
Okay, we'll do a demo of that.
Can I interrupt?
I'm back at the drive.
Can I
is my drive visible?
Maya here. Can I interrupt?
Yes, Maya.
So what you do, I'm not sure who asked that question. You need to share the link with the other person. For the other person to access your document, you can share the link. So if Raju has made his resume and he wants to share it with me, he copies the link and he shares it with me either by email or by WhatsApp.
So thank you, Maya ji. My question was, can I add an attachment from somewhere else, say from my desktop? Can I add an attachment to the letter I've just made?
I think you can.
That's my name is Nandini.
Nandini, sorry.
Thank you.
Now from here, I email this file. Okay. When I email this file, it will, it will take me here. Okay. And from this, if I want, I can send a copy to myself. I have the demo here. And, what I want is this file itself, you have the option that don't attach, include content in the mail. Okay. And you have the formats, whether you want it to be, in the PDF format, it will send it to you, the other person, in the PDF format, or, as an open document. You get these options here. So depending on what you want to do, with the resume or, with the document, you get these options there. Okay. I hope it was clear, Nandini.
Yes, only I don't know whether I can I can add an attachment from my desktop.
No, you will not be able to attach from the desktop, because this is working directly from the drive. And like I said, drive is in the clouds.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much, Raju. You can screen share again if you want.
Okay. Is my screen visible? Are we seeing the drive?
No, we are not seeing. We are not seeing.
Okay, just let me screen share and get back. Okay, yeah. Now it should be clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Now, of course, that was the file options. Then, you have all these edit options, which are there in Word. You can view, the print layouts and various, of course, if you wish to, if you don't want to see the ruler, or, you don't want to do those kind of things, you can set that. Insert. Insert is again very similar. Like I said, everything is the same as in Microsoft Word. You can insert images. The advantage is you can upload it from the computer, from the drive, from Google Photos, or by a URL. By URL literally means that there are certain websites which allow their image to be copied. So what you can do is you just need to copy that link and paste it here. The image will be imported directly from that website itself. Drawings again, tables as is there, special characters, equations, header, footer, everything that you do with Word, you can do from here. And of course, you can create your table of contents also from, if you're writing a, if you're writing a book, or if you're writing a manual or writing a journal where you need to create the table of contents, you can do that from here itself. Formatting is very similar. Again, paragraph styles, alignments, all those things are pretty much, the same. You have tools here. Of course, one of the things in tools is voice typing. If you wish to experiment and if you're a frequent user, you can use voice typing also. That is there. Now, once you click on voice typing, you get the option of selecting the language. Again, that same drop down comes down. And okay, for the time being, let's stick to English. And what you can do is, you can click to speak. I click on, this, and the mic is activated. It should start typing, right now as we speak. Okay, and it's not yet started. Probably it is not picking up my, okay. Yeah, the mic in its own self is right now at Zoom. Sorry about that. So it will not pick that up, but you can do your voice typing from here itself, from the tools that are there. Of course, add-ons and others are there, other things are there. The option that you have, of course, changing font style and the font size, everything is there. This same file itself, if I wish to share it with somebody, what I need to do is this right-hand side, on the right-hand side, where it's written share. Okay. Now, currently, this file is on my drive. It is only visible to me. If I need to share it, I need to tap on this. And when I tap on this, it gives me these options. Okay. It shares, you can share it by two means. Number one is by email. Number two is by link. You can copy this link and share it with people, with whomsoever you want. The thing about link is then, anybody who has access to that link will be able to access this particular document. That is number one. Number two, for sharing, one of the things that, you literally need to do is, you need to go into the settings, this gear-like structure that is there on the white screen. You need to go into that and just check, okay, in the sense that, okay, I will, first let me, just share it, and then we will get that option. Yeah, I have written an email ID here that I'm going to share it with this person. What you need to decide is you have three options, as to what the other person can do. Those options are visible at the end, here at the end of the screen. Now, more towards the right-hand side, upper end of the screen, where it's written editor, and there is an arrow which goes down. Just tap on that arrow, and you have these three ways with which the recipient can work on the file. If he's an editor, if you give him the editing rights, he can do any changes that is required, as well as he can share it also, reshare the document. The commenter, right now it's as an editor. If I tap on commenter, then, this person can only add comments. He cannot, edit the file. So, if you're sharing a document which you do not wish that somebody should play around with that document or change the layout or something of that sort, you need to give him the commenter, that if you want his views, just, give him the option of commenter, because then that person will be able to add comments. Okay. The third category is viewer. Now, a viewer can only see the document as well as the comments that have been made by the commenter. He cannot edit. Okay. He cannot do anything. He cannot edit. He cannot add comments also. He can only view. Okay. So, and besides these, what you need to also check is go into the settings, go into the settings here. And when this is share settings, need to go in there, and it has these options. The editors can change permissions and share, which literally means that you're transferring your ownership. Owner is the person who has created that document, which means that you are literally transferring the ownership of the file to that individual. Okay, it will remain in your drive, but then he can do whatever he wants to, do with the file. So you need, and plus for the commenters, there's nothing there that you can change. For viewers and commenters can see the option to download, print, and copy. If you take this, if you select it, the viewers can download, print, and copy. If you unselect it, then the viewers cannot do anything. If you unselect this, the editor, he will not be able to change the permissions or reshare it with somebody. So before sharing, I would just, just wanted to appraise you that before sharing, please go into these, these settings before sharing it with anybody. Now, okay, I've written that, I want to share it with the gentleman. I can write a message here that sharing a document for review. Okay. And, I send it off. Okay. And when I send it off, the thing is here, it will show me that, shared with one person. And at the same time, it says person added, right? I change the, I write something here, okay, so that it looks like a document, demo on March 9th, 2021. Okay, and what I do is I close this this drive, this thing, and at the same time, what I'm right now going to do is I'm going to open up the email ID of the person with whom it was shared, and Is the second, are you viewing my email ID or still on the drive?
No, we are viewing it. So,
Okay.
Email ID.
Yeah. Now, this is the email that I have received. Okay. I had shared it with the other person, and I received this mail itself. That, the invitation to edit.
It's gone now, Rajuji. When you asked the question, they disappeared. Now we can see you.
Yeah.
You're not screen sharing anymore.
Okay.
Then you
Just-
asked the question. Before that, we could see.
Okay, no problem. I will just
I
get back
know.
there. Thank you for letting me know. Otherwise, I just continue. I would have just.
राजू जी, ये जो
Thank
मेल
you.
आपको पहुंची है, ये मेल
हाँ जी।
लिंक गया है या वर्ड्स में गई है ये मेल?
कौन सी?
ये जो अभी आपके सामने मेल है, डेमो वाली आपने अपने उस पे भेजी है,
हाँ जी।
ये खुल जाएगी या ये लिंक है ये बस?
ये सिर्फ लिंक है, ये खुलेगी ऐसी बात नहीं है।
अच्छा,
ये मेरे
ठीक है।
पास ये मेल आई है और इस
हाँ, हाँ।
मेल में ये लिंक है मेरे पास जो है। अब ये जब मैं
अच्छा।
खोलूंगा यहाँ से, तो जो ओरिजिनल जो इसके ओनर है, मतलब जो
जी,
आप
जी,
ये
जी।
देखिए, ये वही ड्राइव है जो जिससे मैंने शेयर किया है। ये मेरे ड्राइव पे
हाँ,
जो
हाँ।
दूसरा जिसके साथ आपने शेयर किया है, उसके पास
जी।
ये कॉपी नहीं जाएगी, वो यहीं पे खुलेगी जो।
ओके,
तो ये लिंक
ओके,
ही
ओके।
जाता है।
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है। थैंक यू।
Okay, so now this is how you literally share documents, and when you are sharing a document. And now, supposing I have received this, this is me in the sense the second person with whom I have shared the email ID, and with whom I have shared the document. Now I need to, since I have the option of editing as well as commenting, as soon as I make, I move my cursor on this document towards the right-hand side, you get these two options, okay? That add comment, I add comment here. As soon as I, hit on the add comment, I will get this option, okay? And whatever I write, I say change the name. And and I put in a comment there. Okay. The comment is there and it is on the drive. Okay. It's not, it has not gone, it's not on my system. It is there on the drive itself. Now, what you can do as literally, you can edit the comment also. If I hit on edit, I, need to do something else. I can edit that also. The other things, that I could do is, I do, okay, I cancel, and I, this is done. Now, what the other things, that you could do is, you could also edit, Now, once I hit on suggest edits, I hit on suggest edits, which literally means that anything that I type on here, okay, you see, I just wrote B by the way the date should be ULB should be March 10th. Okay. And, it is there. This has been, this is literally the edit that I have made. And, whatever I have written, if you see the edit, whatever I have written, it is in green itself. Okay, my edit is clearly visible. So if you have a full document, it it will literally show you, all the places where you have made the edits itself, and at the same time, your suggestion, and you can edit your edits become suggestions. You can edit the document directly, and you can read or print the final edit from here itself.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, at the moment, what we have written, it goes as comment rather than
Yes.
editing. If I had edited, I would have changed the date itself to March 10. So that means I have edited it, isn't it? Along
Yes.
with that, what is come in that green bracket, what the edit is by you or by the person who had received it. So when it goes back to the original, the creator, can he remove all this?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's up
So
to him.
editing, so there have been two questions. It means one is that edit would mean that I would change the date and the person can see, or commenting would mean I would comment and that person can see and accordingly make the changes.
Yes.
Okay. And he can remove it also, this part.
Yes, see, but you see, when you're here, when you're on if there is a suggestion, okay, if I need to accept it, since the drive is one, if I need to accept it, I just hit that and the edit portion goes off.
Okay.
Okay. And at the so it's if the edit is there and if you accept the edit, then it will replace. It will take that the edit will be done itself. Okay. So this was about the Microsoft Word. Similarly, what you can do, we have the similar functions in in the drive for the other sections of even in Google Sheets. If we look at Google Sheets, there is a blank spreadsheet as well as there is a template. We can literally when we open up the template, it gives us various options, various templates that are there. You want to do a monthly budget, a to-do list, or, you want to schedule or do a travel planner. Various things are there. You can pick on any of these templates if you have something in mind, which is there, or you can start from a blank document itself. Now, starting from a blank document, again, whatever we did in whatever functions were there in Microsoft, in the Google Docs, you get those same functions here, except for the fact that this is Excel, so you get Excel functions. And again, your downloads. If you wish to download this as a Microsoft Excel, you can download it as an Excel onto your device. A PDF, same. You can download it even as a CSV. If you are working on certain datas which need to be uploaded, especially in address books and all, you can download it in the CSV format also, and the TSV also. TSV is the tab separated, which Google Sheets is. Okay, and just a second. Okay. I hope my screen is clear. The Excel sheet is clear. No.
Disappeared.
Now
We can see. Yeah, now we can see.
Now, from here itself, sorry, there was somebody had put something in the chat. Yes, you can get the recordings. You have to write to, in the notes. I will put that up. There is an email ID you have to write to for the recordings. Now here itself, this is the Excel. Same, the file options are the same. You can, here you have the import option also. You can import data directly into the sheet. And when you download, you can download in Excel as a CSV sheet, if you have addresses and all, which you wish to upload into most of the, the contacts or the addresses, they require the file in the CSV format. So you can literally, create that in a, download it as a CSV format. PDF is there. There are others also that is there. Edit is again, the same. Of course, the functions may be a little, here and there, but they are all in the, in the rows itself, in the tabs itself. Now, for example, in Excel, we have the wrap text. Okay, if data is flowing over to move into the other, into the other cells, we have the wrap text. It's very separate and it's outside. Here in, what you call it, in Google Docs, or rather, in the Google Sheets, it is text wrapping is here. You either let it overflow or you do a wrap, or, you clip it off. So now, these are, of course, you have to explore. And again, you have the option of sharing. You have the option of commenting. And, you can open the comment history. If there are many comments, you will get the commenting history also. The second layer is again the task, is again, there are various fields, all pertaining to Excel itself. You can, and at the same time, there are options. You can use formulas also here. It's not that you cannot use formulas. You have the filter views also. You can use filter views. If you wish, you can, if you have data, you can create pivot tables also. All those functions that are there in Excel are here also. It's just that you need to explore a little bit here and there, and get to the particular tab itself. So that's what that was about the drive itself. The collaborations that you could do from here. If questions, any questions?
So Raju, Nandini was asking if we could attach files to the document.
Yes.
To a Google Doc. Now, apparently from your desktop, you can't, but you can attach a file from the drive itself as a link.
Yes. Yeah, from the, see, that's what I was telling you, that, the drive is the clouds. So if you're working within the drive, I mean, sending a mail from the drive, then everything needs to be there on the drive itself to, either create a link or, send it. But if you're sending a mail from the drive and you want to attach something from the computer, then that is not feasible there.
If you're sending,
sorry, thank you, Mayaji and Rajuji. Quite clear.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Raju, again? If you're sending a mail?
Yes, if you're sending a mail from the drive. Now, for example, I create a file and I want to send it by email to you, okay? From the drive itself. I want to send that file. Now, I create that, I go into the email option and I type in your email address and send it off. There, I do not get the option of attaching anything from my computer.
No, I didn't quite understand.
See, if
see, when you're sending a file from the drive, it basically means you're sharing it with the other person, right?
Yeah. Now, if you're seeing my screen, okay, let's take this. Now, this file, I want to email it. Okay, I email this file. I hit on email, and it gives me the option that I send a copy to myself. I say I just put in this thing, untitled spreadsheet, and I have the option of whether I want to send them a PDF, I want to give it as an Office spreadsheet or a Microsoft Excel. I put this in. I do whatever I want. I say sharing. And now here, at this point, if there is another file which I wish to add from my computer, from my device, not from the drive, then I can't do it because there is no option here.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's what I was getting at, Maya.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Welcome. So that was about, the drive. Of course, it's, one of the things, especially that I always say about, any software or any application. I would be lying if I say that, we can cover everything in a 45 minutes session. Okay, it is not feasible. Even the if you happen to watch YouTube, probably in 45 minutes you can't literally go through the entire functioning of the drive itself. So one of the things that I always say, work on a blank thing, work on a blank, work on a blank document, explore the things, and वो जिसको बोलते हैं थोड़ा बहुत ठोकर इधर उधर टक्कर मारते मारते रास्ता मिल जाता है. You don't lose anything, that is for sure. So just try it out on your own, and of course these sessions are repeated. If you try it out between now and the next session, perhaps you would be better equipped to ask me questions, and questions is something which I always love. It keeps us motivated to learn more and share more.
Ajuji, do you have time for just one short question which will help everyone? I just wanted to know, in your vast experience, I do write letters and I make PowerPoints also. So what are the advantages of Google Drive over Microsoft? So many years I'm doing on Microsoft Office.
Well, one of the major differences in Drive is that number one, you get 15 GB of space. If you're using Microsoft Cloud, you get 1.5 GB. The second is, other than that, there are no, there are no differences as such. And, they want to project Drive as a complete office, as your office in the cloud. Store everything there. Like, for example, if you are using PowerPoint or if you are using Word, if you're using PowerPoint and if you need to insert photos, upload the images onto the Google Photos and import them directly into your presentation from the drive itself. So that's what it is. I mean, it's just like very difficult to compare. Besides the space, the features remain more or less the same from the end user point.
What about the templates? I'm very gung-ho on templates and backgrounds. Do you feel Drive has better ones?
You can just check, Nandini, that's a very vast subject, you know, designing, because that involves designs. If you go into the latest PowerPoint, you know, the Windows 10 and Office 2019 and so on and so forth, they have, you know, they keep on updating. So depending on, I would say, whichever one that you use. And, you know, if you're gung-ho about backgrounds and all, go on to SlideShare and all. There are various options there that you can check on.
Can I come in, Raju?
Yes,
this is
Maya.
for Nandini. Yeah, this is for Nandini. I mean, you know, when you talk about PowerPoint, MS PowerPoint versus PowerPoint on Google Drive, what is happening is, supposing I am working with you, you prepared a PowerPoint presentation and you shared it with me, whether it's MS or Google. Now, MS, every time you make changes, you got to save and you got to send me the latest edition. Whereas in PowerPoint, everything is saving real time. So as you're making the changes, if I'm online at that point in time and I'm also accessing the PowerPoint presentation you have you are making, I can see it real time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
If I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Raju.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Thank you so much, Mayaji. Thank you for your inputs, and God bless you.
Mayaji, you know, Google Drives. I want you to join me in, or rather, giving me tips on working on Excel in Google Drive.
I'm not an expert like you, Raju. I would love to work with you, but then I don't think I'm an expert like you yet.
No. I'm not. I'm no expert. I'm just an ordinary citizen, ordinary folk like you. Yes, Leila, you want to say something? Please unmute yourself. Leila, please unmute yourself.
Because I have sent the question in my chat. See, if I have this app, Google Drive and Google Photos, does it take double space in my cell phone?
Photos app in my no, it's one. If the email ID, if you're using one account wherever you're using, whether on the phone or on the system, it's one.
No, if I have both the app in my cell phone,
yes,
does it take double space? That is what.
No, if you have the app on your cell phone, and just let me go through the
both
question
apps,
again.
Google Photos and Google Drive.
Yeah.
Because
they would be linked to one account, your one email ID or one account. So that one account, you have 15 GB space, whether you use it in the Drive or whether you use it in Google Photos, the total has to be 15 GB.
15 GB. So that will not be counted separately.
No.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Right. Okay, thank you, everybody. I had put my link for your feedbacks. I would appreciate receiving new sessions, receiving topics for new sessions. And that's what I look for, so that we all can benefit each other. Really look forward to your inputs. And thank you once again for your time, and look forward to seeing you all soon in
thank
some
you,
of the
Raju.
other sessions. Welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.